Yes, sir, man. Welcome back. Another week, warm up with Rivalry. Man, we've got to talk some ball games, man. First off, I don't know if you had a chance to check it out, man. I called your phone last night. I knew you was busy, but Kennesaw State, bro. First win of the season against a 6-0 Liberty team. They were a plus 1,200 to lose that game or to win. And obviously, me, no credibility, I took it. And was happy that Kennesaw State won, bro. But, man, don't know if you saw, man, but wanted to definitely shout out Kennesaw State, man, picking up their first win. Isn't this their first year in Division I?
It is. It's the first year in Division One, man. And a little bit of connection, man. Shout out to their head coach over at Kennesaw State, Brian Bohannon, man. He was over at Georgia Tech when he was recruiting us in high school. He was the offensive coordinator. So made it over the head coaching at Kennesaw State, got their first big win as a FBS team. Congrats to them.
Man, huge win, huge win. Was happy for the guys, man. Like I said, I didn't have much on TV last night, so, man, I checked it out. And, man, the quarterback, I think it was, he was the first string quarterback to start the season. They brought him back in. This was his first time playing, and I'm guessing 4 to 5 weeks, man, and shredded those guys, man. Liberty couldn't find the answer. I think they ended up winning by 10. They were like a 24, 27-point underdog, man. So, yeah, shout out to Kennesaw State, man, for a huge win for the program last night at home in front of their own fans. So, man, hopefully it's a building block. Hopefully it's a building block moving forward.
What do you think Liberty goes to from here, man? They got Hugh Freeze's old team. Can he convince the quarterback to transfer over next year? I don't know. That'd be something to watch.
Why? Please don't. We don't want that situation, bro. He don't need we don't need a Liberty transfer right now, man. In my opinion. But where does Liberty go? I think they bounce back, bro. It's hard. These type of games is hard. It shouldn't be for Liberty because they're in the same conference, in my opinion. But you playing against Kennesaw State, sorriest team on NCAA, sorriest team in college football for real. That's what you think. You go into that game on the road, man. You're not hyped for it. You 6-0. You come out hot. They gashed them a few plays, man. They thought it was going to just be a rollover, but I think they bounce back. Don't know exactly like what type of schedule they got, what they're looking at, but hopefully they find a way to bounce back, man.
Yeah, man. Liberty just flushed their playoff hopes down the drain, man. So
yeah,
it's gonna be tough to see how they show up the rest of the year.
Playoff hopes long gone. You said it, brother. You said it, man. All right. Auburn Tigers, bro. Got to talk about Auburn Tigers, bro. Last week, we fell apart. Man. We lose 14 plus, what am I trying to say? Lead. I'm sorry. 14 plus lead, bro, against Missouri. The quarterback gets hurt, goes to the hospital. He gets whatever he needs. He comes back and leads his team to a win, man. What's going on with our Tigers, bro? How can we not find a way to win these games? And honestly, are you even surprised?
Yeah, in this one, I'm surprised just mainly because I picked Auburn to win. I figured this is the one we can go on the road and get a win this week. And they were doing everything I thought they would. Missouri has some weak links in their armor. And I thought we'd be able to take full advantage of that and go in there and steal a win. So I guess I'm not really too surprised that it happened, man, because we've done it so many times this year. And it's kind of like, as you watch the game, it's kind of like, okay, you're waiting for it to start falling in effect and start taking place. Like, okay, here it goes. They're finna start, hands finna start getting sweaty, buttholes are getting tighter, and the stakes are rising. So it's only a matter of time until they did what Auburn does this year.
Yeah, bro. Man, this is what gets me, bro. I'm dialed into body language, bro. Man, I'm not surprised. To start off, I'm not surprised because, again, I think it starts at the top. Man. To win those ball games, man, it starts in the offseason. It starts in the summer. You get what I'm saying? That's how you prepare to win these type of ball games, especially in the SEC, fourth quarter football, being disciplined, being able to make the plays to somehow get a win. But, man, body language, bro. I'm still seeing the same stuff out of our entire sideline, starting with the head guy, Hugh Freeze, and on to position coaches, on to the strength staff. And when I say that, let's say Payton Thorne, makes a bad play, receiver drops the ball, defensive guy misses the tackle. Man, I'm seeing head coaches just like putting their hands on their knees on the sideline, hanging their head. Um, man,
Yeah.
obviously showing up the quarterback, and I don't want like not trying to be soft because we had tough coaches who would get on our ass, especially Brian Van Gorder. But man, they got it's a frustration conversation. You get what I'm saying? And man, it's surprising, bro. It's surprising. I hate to see it, dog. For someone, man, who feel like the game of football is ebbs and flows. We both know it. You can't fall apart. And your head guy, in my opinion, can't be over there hanging his head, putting his hands on his knees. Like the shit is it's sad, bro. It's sad to see, man. I hate it for the players. I hate it for the players. And I'm not surprised. Don't know where we go from here. You talked about Liberty. Where does Auburn go from here? We're 2-5 right now, right?
2-5, man. 2-5.
2-5 team, man. It's rough on the plains, bro. It's rough on the plains, and I don't know.
I don't know, man. They fighting to beat that 3-9 team. So we know we want to erase that from our memories, but they're doing a good job at keeping it alive, man. There is a chance that they could get more than 3 wins, man. They still got beatable teams, I think, in Kentucky and Vanderbilt, even though we're gonna be not the favorites to win those games. I think they're still winnable games. Still have ULM, so they'll be able to tie. But with Auburn, I'm not putting anybody past. We got to go out and we got to put it on the field and win the game, man. So it'll be interesting to see, man. It'll be interesting to see.
All right, we'll talk about this upcoming one against Kentucky later on, bro. But all right, man, South Carolina against Oklahoma last week. We talked about this. South Carolina, man, went in and played good football. I thought, again, their defense will be able to show up and just play with some fire, man. I like the head guy. And they did exactly what they were supposed to against a broken down Oklahoma team right now. Obviously, Oklahoma missing tons of receivers. I don't even know where to start. They were playing with a freshman quarterback. I think he got pulled last week. They put somebody else in, but man, South Carolina came in and took over, bro. What'd you think about their performance, man, and where South Carolina's headed?
Man, I had South Carolina losing this game, man, but South Carolina's a better program than I believe, man. Shout out to their coach Beamer, man. He's getting things aligned over there with and in South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that they're a lower tier team, but out of all the teams in the SEC, they're not one of the ones that people usually go to. So, he's getting talent there and finding ways to win, man. And not only when they win in the games that they're losing, they're competing. They're not seeing blowouts. You know what I'm saying? So he's building that program up the right way. And I'm happy to see it, man. To be honest, representing for the SEC, not letting Oklahoma come in here and just always take over. But shout out to them, man. Keep it up.
Yeah, man. I'm looking at South Carolina's schedule. I think they have 2 losses right now. So they're a 2-loss South Carolina team, right? They lost to LSU and they lost to Bama by 2.
Could have easily had 1 loss.
Could have easily had 1 loss, man. And
easily 1 loss. They could have easily beat LSU at home.
Could have beat Bama on the road.
Could have beat Bama on the road. They could easily have 1 loss.
Man, but they still control their own destiny, right? Those 2 losses are great losses versus an Alabama team with the loss to Vandy. Bama sitting at 2 losses. South Carolina sitting at 2 losses. I mean, it's debatable. Obviously, they won the head-to-head, man, but I feel like a lot of these teams control their own destiny. You still got a lot of ball to be played, man. These playoffs going to shake out, bro. Playoffs going to shake out, but I'm curious to see exactly how it does.
Yeah, it's a lot left in front of South Carolina, man. To be honest, man, they got 5 games left, and of those 5 games, you got 4 in the top 25. They got Texas A&M, Vanderbilt, Missouri, and Clemson left. So just watch out, man. I know it's going to be hard to get in that SEC championship, especially the way they're doing it with the Georgia Bulldogs rolling the way they are. The new take the 2 top teams, but man, look out for South Carolina, man. They could make some things shake. To be honest.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I definitely keep an eye on them, man, because all of those games you mentioned are winnable games again. They control their own destiny, and I bet you that's what the head guy's telling them boys. Hey, look, week after week. We just need to go 1-0. We need to go 1-0, and we'll be a great position towards the end of the season. Speaking of Bama, bro, Bama falls, man. Second loss of the season against a solid Tennessee team, man. Went down to the wire. What do you think? What do you think about Bama? Where are they headed? What do you think about Tennessee? I definitely think it was an impressive win for Tennessee. But man, Bama fans frustrated.
As they should, man. Like I told you last week, Tennessee was gonna get this win, man, because Bama was suspect in the secondary. I don't know, man. I'm starting to look at Milroe, man, in big situations, man, getting it started back in Michigan last year. Some of this can be a little bit on the coaching as well, but when these big games come outside of Georgia, he hasn't really did what he needs to do. They went up on Georgia and then let Georgia come back. He kind of shied away. Still end up getting a win, but in these big games, man, I would like to see him step up more. I think Caleb DeBoer coming from Washington don't really know what he got himself into. To be honest, being in his first year, Nick Saban went through some things in his first year as well. But it's just a whole different beast out here. It's a whole different beast from Washington, man. Yes, you're gonna get those, you'll be able to get those recruits in. But you go learn fast that, you know what I'm saying, if you're not winning, you're gonna hear about it. You're gonna hear about it.
Bro, that's the worst, bro. The fan base in the SEC. Because again, you picked Tennessee to win that game. Solid matchup, man. You got to respect the guys on the other side. They getting paid too, and they on scholarship. But the fans don't understand that, and they don't care, bro. I mean, I think AJ McCarron went out saying that Milroe may not be the guy for the job. So now you're questioning. A few weeks ago, we was talking about the guy being a Heisman contender.
Yep.
Now in the SEC, you might not even need to be our starter right now. Talking about moving him to running back. Oh, he's a running back. He's not a quarterback, man. I hate it. Bro, I hate it for these guys, man, because, man, it's a lot of criticism. Man. You playing guys on the other side who coach just as well and who want to win the damn game, too. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly, bro.
And it's in the SEC. I get the Vanderbilt loss. I get it, but come on, man. Tennessee, we calling for his job. They calling for the head guy's job. They ready to get rid of him, man. It's rough. It's rough out here, bro.
Hey,
and that's why you see, bro. That's why you see these coaches on average, like, at a spot for 3 years, bro. You go back and look at the tenures of head coaches at Auburn, all the way back to probably Cheers in 2010. Bro, they just staying 3 years.
Man, let me look up the averages of that. What's the average tenure?
Exactly, of a head coach. Bro, it's literally 3 years. You might get Cheers come in 2009. He stayed for a little bit. 2013, fired. Malzahn come in a few years.
Average tenure of an SEC coach is 3.9 years, so 4 years.
Bro, come on, man. And guess how long Hugh gonna be at Auburn? He got another year in him, maybe a year and a half, and they'll move on. Hey, man, I guess it's the business, brother.
He go get some leeway. He recruiting his behind dog. What Hugh needs to do is make sure he has the right guys around him to actually do the coaching. That's what he has to make sure of, because he's getting guys in there. I don't know what he's telling them, but he knows how to recruit.
He's telling them to come play. Bro, when you was coming out of high school, you wanted to play ball, right? You wanted to come into a spot, and not necessarily saying, I know personally I wasn't ready to play. I was ready to play kickoff. That's all I played my freshman year. That's all I needed to play. I didn't need to be on the defense at safety as a freshman. But what he's able to tell these guys, bro, hey, look, I need you. He telling these quarterbacks, he telling these receivers, this O-line, he telling every recruit, look, I need you. You need to come in and play. And guess what? Go listen to my press conferences and see what I'm saying. You think I don't mean it? Bro, them guys want to come and play.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, and rightfully so. Maybe they should be the ones playing, man. Guys are developing at a ultra rate now, man. With the 7-on-17s, guys are developing a whole lot faster. You can get receivers and cornerbacks in, quickly. You know what I'm saying? As we can see in this guy, Ryan Williams, as a 17-year-old, is probably top 3 receiver in the nation, possibly top 2. And the other one in there is another freshman. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a whole lot more reps these guys getting before they get to these big stages, man. It's really paying off. It's pushing their development faster.
Yeah, man. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. I guess that's the key point. So yeah, you telling these guys come play, man. Again, a whole different conversation if you're bringing in the right talent and you're not leading them the right way, running a program the right way. That's an entirely different conversation that probably take us another hour to even go through, bro. But moving along, man. Colorado, Coach Prime, man. It seems like they turning it around. Seems like they're turning it around, man. Impressive win this week. I mean, came out on fire, bro. I think, sat Travis the entire second half due to the shoulder injury. But man, finding ways to come out and compete and keep that team gelled in even after the loss that they had just faced, bro. So, man, what you think about Coach Prime, dog, and what they can do moving forward? I know this was a team that you said could probably squeak in the playoffs. And I remember somebody under our comments, bro. You know, I'm checking the comments, and they said, Colorado is not a playoff team, but another team, you know, controls their own destiny. What you thinking about Coach Prime, bro?
Man, he's doing what he said he would do, man. He's turning the program around. Kids are believing. I
Yeah.
know it was a tough loss that they took to Kansas State last week. You know, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. They would have won that game because they only have one loss, and they would definitely be in contention, man. But to say the least, this weekend, man, they came in and they put a smackdown on Arizona in their crib. Similar statement.
Yeah.
I think they certainly sent a statement, man. My concern with Colorado is they're giving, you know, Travis this time to play both ways and be special, but man, I want him on the field, man. And it's becoming, I feel like an issue. You know, injury took him out last year. And at a certain point, man, you got to be worried about this kid's health and what he can actually, you know, bring to the team, man. And I think, you know, they have enough weapons on offense where he could just strictly play defense. Will he do that? I don't know, because I feel like they're pushing him to get the Heisman, but you're not gonna get the Heisman if you're not on the field. It's not gonna happen. And this boy from Boise State is running uncontrollably and seems to be running away from the Heisman. Cam Ward's doing his best to stay close, but yeah, man, Ashton Genty is doing his thing, man. So if I was them, I would fully look into using Travis Hunter strictly on defense and possibly coming in on offense for special plays. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in the red zone and stuff, but having to run all these plays, man, I feel like his body's breaking down. And I would rather have you here for one side than no sides at all.
Yeah, nah, bro. I respect it, man. So we got to get Travis on a pitch count, but I trust Dion, man. I think that even with the decision to sit him the entire second half last week with the lead that they had is a reflection of him really trying to protect them. Um,
Mm-hmm.
because man, you know, a lot of coaches could have easily, hey, kept him out there or continued to play with the shoulder injury, especially. This wasn't a lower body injury, wasn't growing hamstrings. But I think that was kind of a you know an action, bro, of him saying, look, man, we care about Travis Hunter. We know we got to keep him healthy and we need him. I ask you this. Is he the best receiver on the team?
Is he the best receiver on the team? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But you know, this was an argument a few weeks ago. My friend said that they had the best receiving core in the nation. And you know, I argued that it was guys, you know, Ohio States or,
Yeah.
you know, LSU's and, you know, of those natures. But, you know, they're proven to have the top receiving core, man. Anytime, man, they can have a guy, you know what I'm saying, just come off and go for 100 plus. I can name off about 4 to 5 receivers that they use, and that's probably not including Travis. If I get the 5, it's probably including Travis, but they got about a good 4 solid receivers that they don't have to use Travis as much, man. To be honest.
Yeah, bro. I'm sitting here counting 9 receivers had a reception last week.
Yeah, man. Shador spreads that thing around, man. Really
And
does.
man, Wester number 10 had 8 for 127, 8 receptions, 127. Then behind that, man, you got guys like I say, Shepard, 4 for 54. Horn, I like Horn as a receiver, bro. He only had 2 receptions. So like you said, bro, they deep. They got guys who can catch the ball, man. So I'm with you. You definitely need them on defense. You need Travis on defense. Last week, they played against the top receiver in the country. I've watched him. I told you he reminds me of Pittman with the Colts, just as far as
Yep.
body frame and everything else. Man, he had 5 receptions for 38 yards. That's solid. Again, I don't know if Travis.
Good.
Yeah, bro. I don't know if like Travis traveled with him early in the game, but man, secondary did a good job, man, to pull off an impressive win, man. So, man, I'm watching Colorado, wishing them success, man, to keep moving forward. And man, they trying to run the ball. They had a freshman, I think, last week, with the first touchdown, freshman running back. Yeah, it's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4. They had 6 guys, bro, last week with rushes. Five guys, yeah. Yeah, man. So all in all, man, definitely gonna be tuned in, man. Hopefully, they can keep it going.
They still got to do better. How many games have they played?
What?
They played 7
6?
games. They played 7 games. They got 5 left. Shador has already thrown for 2,200 yards. Their top rushing leader has 180 yards.
My goodness. Oh my goodness. Not a good place to be if you're a running back.
Which is why your boy got up out of there and went to Kansas State.
Kansas State. Yep.
Yeah, man. They gotta do better. They gotta do better spreading that thing around, man. Or giving it to the running back, man. Because if they do that, man, I feel like the sky's really the limit, man. They 5-2. They 5-2 right now. And I feel like they gotta win out. They could slip into the Big 12. I know it's championship. I gotta see what's in the conference, but they could definitely slip into the playoff at 10-2.
Yeah. They can get in, man. We'll see. We'll see how it works out, man. Another team, bro, they got what they call annihilated last week, man. A newcomer to the SEC, man. Texas. Similar to Oklahoma, man. Texas got embarrassed, especially first half. Came out, played better second half, found a way to get back in the game, man. But Georgia came in and gave them everything that they could ask for. Everything that they could ask for, man. Came out on fire, bro. When I tell you they was putting hands on Quinn Ewers early, they was after him, man, and definitely applied some pressure. Man, was that a welcoming to the real SEC for Texas or what?
Man, I think it was. Say the least. I mean, they played against international champion and a top team. They beat Bama last year at Bama. That was big. Yep. But you just got to give credit when credit is due, man. Kirby had those guys ready to go, in an environment that was set up for them to lose, man. I know Texas had all the bells and whistles, all the bells and whistles, all the recruits, all the, big name celebrities they wanted to have. They had them show up at that game. And Georgia came in there and punched them in the mouth. And I feel like, well, I ain't gonna say I feel like, but from what I've watched, man, it seemed like they did some things to like kind of, I'm not gonna say they like tried to take it away from Georgia, but to hinder their success. Like it could have been way worse, but this happened. So the game was close. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't think the score really told how bad they beat them down. They beat them down. And it was eye-opening to them. It was eye-opening to them and letting them know they still got a ways to go.
Man, like they say, man, first half you could hear a rat piss on Kai. It was quiet, bro. You couldn't, and again, that's a Texas stadium that, again, I've never been inside of it, but looking from the outside, looking at the game copy, it looks like a Tennessee environment. You know what I'm saying? It looks like a Tennessee environment, guys fired up, but fans was out of the game, and they took the fans out of the game early, bro. They even pulled the before halftime. They pulled Ewers and put Manning in. I don't know if you saw that for two drives, I believe.
How they do, man? I'm not gonna lie, man. I was at an event and was trying to catch things, but I was doing a lot of socializing.
Yeah, hey man.
I didn't get to see it.
And ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what you're supposed to do. What I would say, bro, they pulled them before half. It didn't go how they wanted it to.
Yeah.
And when they came back out third quarter, they had the starting guy back in. They just wanted to see if they could get some momentum going, I guess.
Yeah. No change.
And Manning came in. He came in and had like a nice little rush, early on, got up in the pocket, rushed for like 25, 30 yards, man. And social media was going crazy, man. Look how fast he is. Look, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Georgia wasn't hearing it, bro. They wasn't going for it. All right, let's get it, man. Let's go through these picks, man. We got some great picks Saturday. Predictions with Ryan, bro. We got to kick it off. We're going to keep it in the UCF lane. They got number 11, Baylor, coming in. BYU coming into town this week.
Oof.
A BYU team who whooped up on Rhett Lasley, gave SMU their only loss. So I'm sure Gus and Rhett would definitely be talking about some things they seen. But, man, who you got? BYU, number 11, headed into Orlando to play UCF, man, in that group.
Yeah, man, I got BYU winning, man. I like what I've been seeing from those guys. Them boys playing hard. I got BYU.
Oh, man, yeah. I respect it, man. BYU, an undefeated team, headed in to play Gus, man. But I'm taking the athletes. I'm taking UCF, man. Another one, another big-time win to give BYU their first loss of the season. So I got UCF, man, in a win in this ball game. A lot of points will be scored by UCF. A lot of points. I got them by at least 10. I got them by at least 10 against BYU. We'll definitely see. ESPN 3:30, man. Make sure you're tuned in. All right, bro. Another one. A lot of people wouldn't even talk about this one. You got Nebraska, Mahomes 2.0 headed into to play Ohio State, man, and probably one of the best wide receivers in the country. Is this even worth talking about? What you think?
It's always worth talking about, man. Nebraska got this past weekend by
Oh man, it was rough.
They got mollywopped, and it's gonna be interesting to see how Matt Rule bounces back from that. I know Dylan Raiola is a freshman phenom, but he's going through some growing pains.
Yeah.
Some things, just it's just a freshman, he doesn't know yet, and you got to live with it. If you go play with the freshman, you got to live with it. I still like them. I still like Nebraska. They're gonna go in Ohio State and they're gonna take an L. It just is what it is, back to back. Ohio State coming off a loss, man. I know they'll be refocused, as we'll say. But speaking of Ohio State, Ryan Day has a lot of eyes on him, man. Has a lot of eyes, and I know that number 4, man, really doesn't really feel like that, man. He seems to not be able to win big games. And I know since he's taken over that they've lost to Michigan every time. So I know it's rumblings up under him, you know what I'm saying, about a hot seat. And they're number 4 in the nation, which is crazy to say that he's on the hot seat. But just keep your eyes on that. I'm gonna take Ohio State in this game, 12 o'clock kickoff. I'm gonna take Ohio State over Nebraska.
Man, great points, bro. Starting off with the head guy for Nebraska. Who do you think wins the coaching matchup here? Who would you prefer, Ryan Day, or Rule over at Nebraska?
To be honest, man, I would really prefer Matt Rule.
Okay.
Seems to have a better control on college than he did in the pros. It's definitely different. Something like how Van Gorder came and figured out that there's a difference between college and pros. I think he was more of a pro coach. But I think Matt Rule has a better sense over college and how to feel and how to get to the players for them to understand. So I would take Matt Rule.
Yeah, man. All right. With that being said, man, that gives you the direction of where I'm headed with this pick, man, and my credibility. I'm taking Nebraska, dog. 22-point underdog. Why not, man? I feel like this is one of them games that can create some chaos. We see it every year. Man. They just lost to Oregon. They've been calling for Ryan Day's job for the past, it seems like 3 years. I don't know why. I'm not saying it's granted or warranted because he number 4 in the country. You get what I'm saying? What like Tyrese said, what more you want from me? You feel me? So with that being said, though, I take Nebraska, man, to cause some chaos this weekend, man. On the road, huge win, and the quarterback, I think he finds a way to just play loose. Again, I think that as a freshman, he's talented. He has nothing to lose. He's gonna play loose. He's gonna push the ball down the field and gonna try to win the game. So that's all I ask for. And I see them coming out of here with a big win, huge win for the program in Nebraska. All right, man. Moving along, we got Missouri, number 21 Missouri, headed to Bryant-Denny Stadium at Saban Field. to play against Bama, man. A pissed off Bama team. They should be. How do they respond here?
I think it's a blowout, to be honest. I think it's a blowout. I'm trying to figure out how it's gonna get there, but I feel like it's a blowout, man. I'm not sold on Missouri. This
Yeah.
6-1 record is very deceiving because they could easily be three, possibly 3 and 4. They just haven't popped off this year like they did last year. So I'm taking Alabama in this game. I'm taking them big. The spread is 17.
All right, brother. We ain't gonna spend too much time on it. I got Bama as well, man. Spread 17. I think they cover. Nothing against Missouri. Just think they playing a better team this week, man. And a team that's gonna have a little edge to them. So we taking Bama in that game, bro. Next up, the team that we said we would not skip over anymore, dog. They've earned their respect. They're currently ranked 25th in the country, the Vanderbilt Commodores. They've got Texas coming into Nashville. What a matchup. What a matchup. That's crazy we saying that. Texas versus Vandy, what a matchup, man. Can Vandy compete? Can Vandy compete in this game, bro? And how do you see this playing out?
That's how it's gonna play out. This is First Bank Stadium. Oh no. Okay, this is how it's gonna play out, man. Texas coming to Vandy. The game starts at 4:15.
Talk to me.
Texas takes 2 straight losses.
What? So you telling me it's another goalpost coming out of that stadium?
The goalpost is be the only time in history that they've beaten 2 top 5 teams. I got Vanderbilt in this one.
Dang, bro, you shocked me with this one. Dang, man. I'm gonna take Texas, man. I'm trying to reel my credibility back. I know I just went Nebraska against Ohio State. I'm taking Texas in this ball game. But man, you got me thinking now. You got me thinking now because you called out another upset earlier in the year. I forgot who it was, but dang. I got Texas, man. I ain't gonna go into it. I got Texas. I don't know how. I don't think it's close. But if we see another upset, Vandy upset in Texas, bro, I would not be mad. I would not be mad. So definitely be locked into that game, man. And you gave me something to think about, man, on my little parlay, baby. All right, brother. This team, bro, frustrating. Florida State, bro. Florida State headed to Miami, man, to play against a Miami team that's finding ways to win games. Florida State finding ways to lose games, bro. I took Florida State last week to beat Duke. They had not lost to Duke in the previous 22 games, bro. They were 22-0 against Duke and lost and had the game won, in my opinion. Like, had an opportunity to win. I wouldn't say had the game won, but had an opportunity to win. It's not looking good for Florida State, man. Keep it short and sweet. I'm taking Miami over Florida State, man. It's bad right now.
It is, man. It's disheartening to see, man, because it started last year in the bowl game. Just a lot of boys quitting, I would say, man. I'm not a real fan of these guys sitting out. I understand what it is, but not a fan of it at all, man. I'm a believer. You start something, you finish it, and it bleeds over. It's bled over to the next season, and I would say if Florida State wins any other game this year, I think it could be this one. For some reason, I don't know. It just be like it'll be something crazy just because of the rivalry. I don't even think I don't even know if they go to Florida, but when they play Florida, I feel like Florida handles them pretty well. But for some reason, I feel like if they win, it's because Miami just totally overlooked them. But I'm still going with Miami, man. I believe in Cam Ward and what he's doing, man. He's thrown for like 2,500 yards, 24 touchdowns, five interceptions, man. And he's got that thing feeling like the U again.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to win the Heisman. He's trying to be the first quarterback off. So I believe his great play continues and they win the game. Is it what I seen from Florida State, man? It could possibly be that. It's either gonna be a blowout Miami way or a Florida State close win.
Oh man, what a take! What a take! We're gonna see, man. If Florida State can stay in this game, it'll be impressive to me after what I saw last week. If they have a chance, bro, it'll be impressive. But like I said, we'll see how it all pans out, brother. Next up,
rivalry.
It's the rivalry, yeah, and that's what makes me think that Miami's gonna be ready to play. Out of all the years, bro, of Miami and Florida State, isn't it typically, or our years, like recently, it's typically been kind of weighed in on Florida State having the upper hand, right?
Yes, sir.
It's that get back. Man, they might come out with the speaker. You know what I'm saying? They get back a mug. They might, they might come out with the speaker this week, man, like Devo and them. So, man, I'm taking Miami, dog. But hey, I'm gonna be locked in, man. I take your word for it, man. Nobody knows, man. Like you said, it's disheartening. Being from Tally, you know how them boys feel right now. So we'll see.
Yeah,
Number
man.
8.
7 o'clock game. 7 o'clock game in Miami, man. It's gonna be interesting. Well, if you watch the game, man, I just want you to look at the stands and see are they starting to pack it out, man. I know they struggle with that because the stadium is not an on-campus stadium; it's actually like miles away from the campus.
Yeah.
But I thought that Miami wouldn't get back to itself until they got a stadium on campus, but apparently just needed a quarterback. So just pay attention to that, see if they start filling it out more.
I'm gonna be locked in, brother. Number 8 LSU. Number 8 LSU, man, headed to Texas A&M, man, in Aggie land. This one will be one under the lights, man. 7:30. It's gonna be a great game, bro. This is a good SEC matchup. I feel like every year these two teams, man, play solid football. I'm gonna come out, man. I'm gonna take the underdog here. I like Texas A&M. I like Texas A&M at home. I don't know how they win this ball game, but I feel like LSU will find a way to lose it. I feel like LSU will find a way to lose it, and Texas A&M wins this ball game. I give them 6 points.
All right, man. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I'm going with the BYU Bengals. All right. Just won a close win on the road. As a top receiver and Lacey and quarterback with Nussmeier. They not on the road. I'm sorry, they had won a tough game against Ole Miss in overtime at home. Found a way to win. Grit. I think they're going to Texas A&M. Texas A&M showed that they'll give up a loss at home, and I'm rolling with LSU to come in there and get that.
Man, they gonna see them swaying fans, man. But hey, it's gonna be a lot of rocking in there. So definitely want to be tuned in. All right, brother. Biggest matchup of the day, man. Our Tigers, brother. Headed to Kentucky. Headed to Lexington, brother.
Must be basketball season.
2 basketball teams, right?
Basically.
Damn.
Basically, at this point right now.
All right. Auburn at Kentucky, man. Hugh Freeze going in to play against a tough Kentucky team. Mark Stoops. I'm kicking it off. Man, I hate to take or go against our Tigers, bro. But I feel like Kentucky win this ball game. I feel like they're more disciplined. I feel like they're tougher right now. I feel like they're more jailed as a ball team. I haven't even watched the Kentucky game for real. I watched a little bit of the Georgia game, a little bit of them playing against Vanderbilt a few weeks ago. But I take Kentucky at home, man. I think you remember we went to Lexington in 2010 with a solid Auburn football team, man, and we squeaked out a win. I think it was a tight game. I think we won 21-19 maybe. Cam caught a reception for a touchdown. He had to do it all that day. I don't think we'll have enough, brother. I don't think we'll have enough, man. And I take Kentucky Wildcats to beat our Tigers, unfortunately, bro.
Gotcha, man. Well, this is a tale of 2 bad football teams, man. I know we spoke earlier about Kentucky being, a good solid program, but it seemed like they've been digressing. I still believe in Mark Stoops and whatnot and what he has. The program is definitely in a different position, man. But just looking at the schedule, the only real win, that they had that we can hang our hat on is Ole Miss 2017. They had a good game there. I think Ole Miss fumbled the bag on that, to be honest. And then they played Georgia close. And I feel like that's all we can hang the hat on what they did in the season, man. They got blew out by South Carolina. They beat an Ohio team, and they beat Southern. I think Southern Miss already fired their head coach for the season.
Yeah.
And I don't know. They lost to Vanderbilt. They got mollywopped by Florida last week. So I'm gonna do this, man. I'm gonna go with the Tigers in this one. I'm not gonna say we're getting close. What I mean by is we be having people on the ropes.
Yeah.
I feel like at some point we got to figure out how to just not F it up. And I don't know if that's running the ball, the finish the game. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna pick the Tigers to win in a close game on the road.
Bro, I'm happy you picked our Tigers, bro. They give me some hope. They give me some hope, man, that we can come in and we can't turn our season around, but we can come out and compete. You get what I'm saying? We can come out and compete. And that's all we want to see right now. Really don't even care about making a bowl game. Don't even care about whatever the postseason looks like, bro. We just want to compete and put a solid product on the field. I want to see better body language, man. We can't have front runners. We can't have, coaches or players who only show up when times are good. When you're down 14, when you're down 17, that's when you still got to have, man, a discipline to yourself and a connection as a ball team, bro. It was just, in my opinion, bro, that was never a situation our senior year. And I'm sure we were down plenty games, but we never was like bad. I mean, obviously we was frustrated. It might have been some things going on the sideline, but it was never like a give up attitude.
Yeah,
There was never an option, bro.
Yeah, man, you gotta look at the leaderships and the seniors on the team, man. This is your team this year. When the Auburn Tigers have finished out the year 24-25 team, it's your team. And what are they gonna say about it?
Times different, G. Times different. Because guess what? When times get hard, guess what these guys thinking about? Man, I'm finna transfer to Indiana State. Man, I'm about to transfer to Georgia. I'm gonna transfer to Florida. And I feel like in a lot of ways, man, these other coaches recruiting at the same time. After they done beat you bad, they'll come over and shake your hand. Hey, because they recruited you. They know about you.
Yep.
Cam Coleman. And we'll end it like this, bro. If the season gets any worse, is Cam Coleman an Auburn Tiger next year?
I think he is, and I think they saved him. Honestly, they saved him by getting this guy Deuce Knight in at quarterback in the recruiting class. I think that saved him. Frustrating, man. Frustrating to say the least. Frustrating to say the least, man. He has a lot of talent. Just can't get the ball to him. Wow. Frustrating to say the least. That's all I can say.
I know, bro.
You got a cage like that. You want to be able to get it to him. We can't do it.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it for him, man. I hate it for the guys. And again, what scares me is it's a new day and age, bro. Why stick around, man? Why stick around? You did your season. You see what's going on. Will they believe that things can change? Who knows? I don't know the relationship they got with the head guy. But, man, I know some guys frustrated. So, all right, there it is, bro. College football Saturday, man. Some good ball games. Let's get it.